I just realized how absolutely crazy I look on this black couch, but we are going to ignore that. So today is day one of the lead up to the powerlifting meet. Obviously, I've been training for a little bit longer than that, but this is the first day of what will be documenting the training experience, anyways, which I think will be really cool. I've done one powerlifting meet before, but that was 8 years ago. Jesus. That was 8 years ago. And, didn't document a thing, took some pictures, took some videos at the meet, but nothing with the lead up, nothing after. So I think this will be pretty cool to see at some point in the future, to look back on this and see my thought process and see my training and all of that. So I'm just gonna do some small documentation of it. Not sure how much of the training I'll be able to record. I don't really like being that guy in the gym, but I'll do my best. So I'm basically running a modified 5-3-1 program at the moment, which has been something I've ran over and over and over. Essentially, anytime I'm looking to make strength gains, anyways, I kind of go back and forth between trying to become strong, trying to lift for like looks and aesthetics. So I had a long period of that. Sometimes I'm a little bit more focused on athleticism with training for jiu-jitsu. So at the moment, trying to get stronger for this powerlifting meet. So running a 5-3-1 program, modified. It's basically like kind of a 5-3-1 mixed with a push-pull legs kind of deal. So we're gonna see how far that could take us. I think the meet is going to be sometime in December. It is currently October 5th, 2025. And I think the meet is going to be in the first couple weeks of December. I guess there's a chance it could be in January, but we'll see. I would love to have like a countdown, day one of 100 or whatever, but since I don't know the exact day of the meet, we're just gonna keep it vague. Today is day one. We're gonna keep running the 5-3-1. We'll see how that goes. Eventually I might create a different version of a modified 5-3-1 where it's, like a 6 or 8 week cycle as opposed to like that typical 4-week cycle. Even with the 4-week cycle that I'm on right now, I'm not going to be taking that 4th week as a deload week as they recommend. So I'm already kind of just in a perpetual 8-week program, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. Right now I'm just looking for fun, so I'm not going to get, too serious. But once a date gets set, we'll probably sit down and really plan something out. So that's it. Hope no one ever sees this. Yeah, let's get ready. I'm about to eat some oatmeal. Watch the UFC fights from last night. I watched the main card, and I watched the early prelims, but I missed the prelims. And my guy Gutier, however you say his name, is fighting. And I got to see that dude because he's an animal. So excited to see him probably end someone's career. I don't want to say life, but at the very least, I think he's going to cut someone's ambitions short. So I had to pop back in. I realized I forgot to even go over what I was training. I'm not gonna hold you guys, man. I recorded this, and then when I went to go back and watch it, I was recording, like the selfie camera was on, so it was just my voice, which is pretty frustrating. So anyways, I'm gonna pretend like I'm doing this for the first time. So today I am doing the week 3 of 5-3-1. So I'm doing a set of 5 at 75%, a set of 3 at 85%, and then a set of 1 at 95%. And my current training max is 500, though my actual max is definitely closer to 600. The most I've done recently is 585. But I'm keeping my training max lower at the moment because I have been getting strong pretty fast. I think, my central nervous system is just catching up to, my musculature. I don't know what the best way to phrase that is, but essentially, when you haven't been training heavy for a while, when you get back into it, everything's gonna feel tough. It's gonna feel pretty horrible. It's gonna feel slow. And then sometimes when you go back and watch the video, it's like, oh, that kind of moved at a decent rate, but it just feels awful. And so a lot of times when you get back into lifting heavy, those first few months is just your body, your central nervous system, becoming more adept to lifting those heavy loads. Pause. And I still feel like I'm in that phase. So while I'm in that phase, I don't need to push super heavy weight in order to get stronger. I'm going to try to take advantage of that. I will go heavier than the prescribed reps. So that's part of the reason why I keep the training max low, because I know instinctually how to kind of continue pushing myself. And so today, for example, that set up at 95% of 500, which is 475, I'll hit that, and then I'll probably continue to go up. I do want to stop short of completely maxing out because I don't want to burn myself out for future weeks, but I'll make sure it's a good workout. If I stopped at 475, it's like, what am I even doing? But if I go up to 500, if I go to 525, go to 545, see how it feels, now we're doing something. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to turn off my meathead, primate brain and not completely destroy myself and push myself to a max, and just keep a little in the tank, but make sure I'm actually getting some good work in. So we'll see. I'll record the sets and we'll see if I did a good job of turning off that meathead brain. TBD, man. It's tough. back. Just finished up first deadlift, day one documentation of the powerlifting, lead up to the powerlifting meet. Just finished up with deadlifts. Boy, 531. Started off with 375 for 5, 425 for 3, and then what was prescribed would have been 475 for 1, but like 475 is just not a fun looking number at the gym. If you know, you know, but you just gotta go up straight to 5 plates. Like, it doesn't even make sense. I'm not gonna put 4 plates at 25 and a 10. That's an assault on my honor, to be quite frank. So went up to 495. Then after that went up to 545, and again, I didn't want to max out because I didn't want to hurt myself. I wanted to leave a little in the tank for next week, but still wanted to get some good work in. So I went up to 545, hit it. The plan was to only do 1 rep, and then something in my mind went, nah, like this is it. We're gonna keep going because I'm not going heavier. But 1 rep didn't feel like enough. So on the fly, I was like, all right, hit that first rep. Went again, hit 2. And then, man, that 3rd rep, that's probably the toughest set I've had in a while. I don't think I popped any blood vessels. So we're not pushing it like we used to, but we're getting closer. That was definitely, like, that was damn near a college set at the ripe old age of 30. That was damn near a blow your back out, pause, blow your eyes, blood vessels out, like put it all on the line to get that last rep. So we're not quite there. Back is not blown out yet, but that was a great set. And if anything, I want to kind of just remember how that felt so that I can push it that hard on sets that are maybe at a lower weight. I don't know that I necessarily want to push heavy weight that hard all the time because that did not feel the best on my back. I don't think I'm injured or anything like that, but like I can only do that so many times. But you know, next week when I'm doing my last set, and it's probably going to be around probably the high 400s, 450 to 475-ish for 5. When I burn that out, I want to know how that feels so that I can push it like that on the 8th, 9th, 10th rep, as opposed to the 2nd or the 3rd or the 4th rep. So that said, I'm feeling pretty good, building momentum for this meet. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. I'm about to go eat, get some food. I watched the Gautier match. He did, in fact, end someone's career, I think. I don't know. If I was that dude, I would. I mean, I'm already an accountant. Like I would double down on an accounting career if I was that guy. I'm done fighting. But anyways, what can you say? But with that, I'll wrap it up, and I'll probably record. Man, I'll get some bench sets in tomorrow. We'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll see. All right. Peace out.